Welcome back, beautiful and amazing people. Doc Genzo here with another duel video. Today we got some nice, interesting decks to see played here. We got Sky Striker versus one of the new decks from Burst of Destiny, Floowandereeze, or Floowandereeze, however we want to pronounce it. Let's go ahead and get started with a normal summon of a Sky Striker Ace Ray going into a Sky Striker Ace Shizuku. Almost forgot the name there, there's a lot of them. I'm going to put that edit up on the screen there, pretty nice. At the end phase, letting us search for a spell since he was summoned after setting one card. See what spell we search here, folks, as we search a Sky Striker Engage. Sky Striker Mobilize Engage, sorry. A lot of names there. As we activate a D-Shifter and Standby. Basically Macrocosmos until the end of the next turn. And then activating a Pot of Duality. Looks like we're going to grab the Floowandereeze field spell off that Pot of Duality. Now, Pot of Duality is a very nice run in this deck, because this deck does not like to special summon. In fact, it locks you out of special summoning, but it does normal summon quite a bit. From what I can tell. So it looks like we're going to go ahead and activate the Floowandereeze field spell. Floowandereeze. We'll just call it Floowandereeze for now. Basically letting him reveal a level 1 Wing Beast from his hand, banish another one from the deck, then normal summon that one that he revealed immediately, and then most of the Floowandereeze, whenever they're banished, when you normal summon one, they add themselves back to hand from the banish zone. So that's pretty neat. This is a very interesting deck, especially with all the Wing Beast support out there. Lyralust being new now, but Lyralust tend to like to special summon. This deck locks you out of it, so they don't really mix too well. So revealing a Rabina in the hand, I believe, and looks like he's going to banish one. Looks like he's going to banish an Elglin, or whatever the name is. He's going to go ahead and add it back to hand, even though he hasn't normal summoned yet. That's a little bit of a misplay there, but we'll overlook it since he's probably going to get it back anyways when he normal summons the revealed Rabina from the hand. So the Rabina is going to let him search, and then the Elglin's going to let him add him back to hand. But the Ash is going to go ahead and stop the Rabina from searching. Ash Blossom enjoys Spring. Very powerful hand trap still, folks. I recently got a play set myself for some of my decks since I traded them off a long time ago. I decided I needed some, especially since I picked up some designators for a deck, so that's pretty nice. So we're going to normal summon a Floowandereeze and Elglin, which lets him search again. So that was his normal summon for turn, I believe. Looks like we're going to add a Floowandereeze and Impin. Nice little penguin. And then we're going to normal summon immediately due to the effect of Elglin, letting him normal summon whatever he searched. Now the Impin's going to get normal summoned. And since it will summon and those other ones got banished, they're going to add themselves back to hand. And the Impin's going to add a spell or trap. A lot of ways to keep hand advantage in this deck, folks. Very interesting, very nice as well. Being able to play under macro is very, very strong, especially in a format like this. Adding a Floowandereeze trap to hand. I can't exactly remember the name. All the names are super long. As we activate a Floowandereeze and the Unexplored Winds, folks. This card, whenever I read it, I was like, dang, this card's good. And I could definitely see this deck being played with Monarchs as well. Like, not Monarchs themselves, but like, you know, some of the Monarch spells and traps. Because you are normal summoning a lot and you are tribute summoning a lot as well. In fact, he is running a Monarch in the deck, as you'll see here in this game. So, looks like he's going to send those from his hand back to the deck and then draw 2 cards. Looks like he drew some good stuff there. And the field spell is also interesting in the fact that if your opponent normal summons, you can normal summon as well, which is very, very cool, I have to say. Very nice. Looks like the Sky Striker player didn't draw the amount of spells that he would be more comfortable with seeing. And Mr. Dukas on the right and Mr. John on the left there. So it looks like we're going to go to battle phase, and Impin's going to swing at the Shizuku. Since there's no spells in the grave, the Shizuku is not going to get the Impin is not going to be reduced in attack points. But it looks like he's not going to banish anything off the Impin's effect to lower the attack of Shizuku. So it's just going to be 12 damage flat. 1200 damage. So he sets another card, and it looks like he's going to pass the turn there. Looks like he set a Pot of Prosperity there. Maybe a bit of a bluff. He did get everything he needed pretty much, and he is keeping very good hand advantage right now. That's all you really need in this game. Normal summoning another Sky Striker Ace Ray. Linking her off to go into a Sky Striker Ace Hayate. Very good card, that Hayate. Lets him attack directly, and if it does damage, it lets him dump a spell to the graveyard. So it looks like we're going to attempt to go into battle here, but at the end of main, we're going to go ahead and activate the Floowandereeze Trap. Here's the name of it right here. Floowandereeze in the Dreaming Town. So it'll let him immediately normal summon a Winged Beast. Normal summoning a Floowandereeze and Elglin. And then that'll let him search. Very nice combo here. Gonna add a Ryza, the Mega Monarch. Very nice. Very nice. It is a Winged Beast, folks. Wind Winged Beast. And then Elglin will let him normal summon again, so it looks like he'll be able to normal summon the Ryza, but it looks like he's going to normal summon a Rabinia first. Rabinia letting him search, and then normal summon once again. Just a lot of normal summoning here, folks. Adding a Barrier Statue of the Storm Winds, making sure to lock the opponent out of winds. Hayate is a win, though, so it's a bit of an issue there. But Ryza is now going to get normal summon, and since Ryza was tribute summoned using 2 tributes, it's going to get to spin 2 things. Looks like he's going to add the D-Shifter back to hand. And then looks like the Hayate is going to be put back into the extra deck. Now I do not have Ryza's effect in front of me, but I believe he spins 2 cards. He doesn't bounce them from the grave. But so that D-Shifter should be back in the deck. If anybody knows, make sure to leave a comment. Activating a D-Shifter in the hand, but that's going to get Ghost Belled anyways. So it looks like the Rise effect didn't really matter getting that card back. D-Shifter's such a good run in this deck here, folks. Let me go ahead and Google Rise while I got my computer set up here, but it looks like we're going to go to game 2 anyways. Alright, folks, here we are in game 2. Looks like Sky Strikers might be starting us off once again. Looks like his hand not that good again for Sky Strikers. You want to have a lot of back row in that deck. All you need is the 1 Ray, but sometimes you just don't get it, folks, as a Sky Striker Mecha Hornet Drones is activated, letting him get a token. Sky Striker Ace token, and then Rose is going to summon herself since the Sky Striker Ace monster was special summoned. And it looks like that Rose is going to be linked off into a Sky Striker Ace Shizuku. Oh, never mind. Ryza puts 1 on top of the deck and then 1 in the hand as well. And then looks like Kaina is going to be link summoned. And then looks like it's going to be another link with the token as well. Thing about Hayate is going to get linked off now into a Kagari. And yes, I use the alt art for the edit of Kagari here because that is the better artwork, in my opinion. Fight me. Now we're going to go ahead and normal summon in a Fet Veiler, since he did not use his normal summon yet this turn. Kind of funny seeing the dichotomy of the normal summoning versus the special summoning aspect of it. Linking off the Fet Veiler and the Kaina into a Crystron Halqifibrax Needle Fiber, if you so choose to say it like that. And golly, Ryza went up in price. That's crazy, folks. I was just looking up on TCG Player for the effect, and geez Louise, that guy, hoo-wee, he's a pretty penny now for sure. Let's see if I got any extras. Alrighty, and now we're going to summon in a Fet Veiler off the Needle Fibers effect from the deck. So he does summon a level 3 alert tuner on summon. Very interesting play here from the Sky Striker player. Let's see how it pays off here as we go into a Selene, Queen of the Master Magicians. Basically does stuff with spell counters, folks, as you can tell by the effect on the screen. Lets him add spells, etc., etc. Looks like there's no response on the Floowandereeze side for that effect, so. And it doesn't matter because it looks like we're going to link it off anyways to an Accesscode Talker. Accesscode Talker is going to target the Selene, giving it an extra 3,000 attack points. A very big boy there. Usually sometimes with an Accesscode you see just 2, but now you get 3. Drawing for turn on the Floowandereeze side after setting just 1. Very interesting board there, just ending on a single Accesscode. Looks like he didn't draw his optimal hand there. So Pot of Prosperity is now activated on the Floowandereeze side. Floowandereeze don't really care much for their extra deck, so it's not really that big of an issue there. Looks like he's going to add a Book of Moon off that, it seems. Activating a Terraforming now to grab his Floowandereeze spell. His field spell. Grabbing the Floowandereeze and the Unexplored Map, I believe it's called. We'll just call it the field spell for now, folks. Activating a Pot of Duality now, since this doesn't count as a draw, it's not affected by the limitation of Prosperity. But he cannot special monsters for the rest of the turn now. Looking at those cards, and looks like he's going to add a Book of Moon off that. So it looks like he didn't add a Book of Moon off the Prosperity, so apologies if I misspoke there. Activating the Floowandereeze field spell. Then using the effect, revealing 1 to banish 1, and then immediately normal summon. So normal summoning a Rabinia. Elglin's going to add itself back to hand off the normal summon of the Rabinia, and the Rabinia is going to let him search. Adding a Barrier Statue of the Stormwinds. Very interesting. Normal summoning the Elglin. Elglin's going to let him search for a Winged Beast, and that's going to get Veilered. Looks like he drew double Veiler, but Book of Moon's going to be chained to that, so the Fet Veiler will now fizzle. Adding a Rise of the Mega Monarch. Those are going to tribute 2 now to normal summon Rise of the Mega Monarch off the Elglin effect. And then the Ryza is going to target both of the cards on the field, basically. Spinning one back to the deck, putting the other back in the hand. When Hornet Drone is going to be chained, but the Elglin and the other monster looks like they'll be added back to hand, which is interesting, as I thought that only happened whenever they get banished. Maybe I didn't read the effects all the way through, folks. Then looks like the token's going to get summoned off the Hornet drones. And then looks like the other Floowandereeze spell is going to be activated. Rise is going to swing into the token, and it looks like the turn's going to be passed. Drawing for turn now on the Sky Striker side. Let's see if we have a response here, folks. Didn't see one Widow Anchor. That's crazy. Looks like you drew the field spell, from what I can tell. I do edit these in post. It looks like we're going to just scoop here, folks. Floowandereeze take the match.